The Goose That Laid the Golden Eggs. Once upon a time, a very poor man lived in a village. He was living in a small hut with his wife, daughter, and son. They don't even have a penny to buy food and clothes. He was planting agricultural crops into a small piece of land, but couldn't get any harvests because of the drought. One day, his wife complained the poor man, "The children have not eaten anything for 2 days. They are very hungry." The poor man saw the expression on his children's faces and felt helpless. Her poor wife started to cry and pray, "God, help us, please. We can't stand to see our children in bad condition." Then the man decided to go to the house of the richest man in the area to borrow some money. The rich man had a very big and beautiful house. The magnificent walls of the house were shining under the sun. In front of the door of the house, there was a dark-colored dressed, serious-looking man. The poor man approached the door, and the guard stopped him and asked him why he came. The poor man said, "I've come here with great hopes. I want to talk to the owner of the house." The guard said, "I have to ask my master," and went inside. Soon, the guard took the poor man to the room where his master was. "Hello, sir," said poor man. Rich man, "Sit down. What do you want from me?" The poor man said, "Sir, I'm a poor farmer. I can't grow crops in my field because it's not raining. I didn't get any harvests. I want to borrow some money from you to get food for my family." Rich man asked, "What are you going to provide me as collateral?" Poor man, "There's nothing I can give you as collateral, sir." Rich man, "So? I'm sorry. Then I can't give you any money." The poor man was very disappointed. On his way back to his village, he saw a goose standing alone in a field. The poor man also took the goose that did not escape from him and came back to his house. The man's wife was very surprised when he saw that her husband had a goose and asked him where he had found it. The poor man said that he found it on the road, and the goose never ran away from him, that he thought this goose might be a fortune for them. They made a hen house for the goose and put it inside. The next morning, when the man came to the hen house to feed the goose, he saw a strange and extraordinary thing. He found a golden egg shining beneath the goose and could not believe his eyes. He called his wife with excitement. "Do you see what I see? Look at that golden egg," he said. When the woman saw the golden egg, she went crazy from happiness. "Our prayers have been answered. This is great blessing for us," she said, and shed tears of joy. But they didn't know that the golden egg would lay eggs again, and they wouldn't know for sure. They waited for the morning of the next day with great curiosity. The next morning, they got up early and ran excitedly to the hen house and waited for the goose to lay eggs. When they found a new golden egg under the goose, they made sure that the goose could lay golden eggs. They took him to the jeweler right away. The jeweler examined the egg and confirmed that the egg was pure gold. The poor couple were very happy to hear this, because this was a sign that their poor lives would change. The jeweler offered to buy the golden egg with a good price. Husband and wife talked between them and sold the egg to the jeweler. They bought a lot of food and clothing from the downtown. Then they bought a couple of oxen to plow their field and a fleshy cow to make cheese and butter from its milk. That evening, the poor family were as full as a tick foe the first time. In the following days and the other days, they found another golden eggs in the hen house. They earned a lot of money by selling those eggs and bought a very big, beautiful house. They were now wearing expensive dresses and eating good food. His wife even bought precious jewels. The farmer's wife and children began to live a beautiful, happy life. Now that poor man has become incredibly famous and rich in his village. But now, that poor, modest, and benevolent man slowly changed and began to be an arrogant man and belittled the other people. As time went on, the heart of the man and the woman were so hardened and flattened that they had no interest in other people and did not help the needy. One day, the 16-year-old daughter of the poor man, was invited into her best friend's house. She asked permission from her mother to go to her friend's house. And then she got ready and hit the road. The weather was beautiful. She went to her friend's house, through the green forest, and through the sounds of birds, and knocked the door. Her friend's mother opened the door. When her friend saw the girl, she said, "Welcome. I'm so glad you accepted my invitation." And two friends have started a nice conversation with refreshments. Her friend: "You were very poor before, but soon you became very rich, and your life changed. Can you tell me the secret of this wealth?" "Yes, you are right," she said. "We were very poor before. My father was working hard throughout his life, but somehow our situation was not improving. One day, my father found a goose in a field. The goose laid golden eggs every day. We sold those eggs and earned money. We still sell them. Here's our secret," she said. Her friend got jealous of her and made a sneak plan. She advised the girl to get all the golden eggs one day at a time. The girl told her mother about her friend's advice. The woman convinced her husband about it. The greedy man: "We can't wait for the goose to lay golden eggs every day. Tomorrow morning, we'll cut his stomach and get all the golden eggs at once." The goose heard all their conversation and flew away when they slept. In the morning, the poor man and woman came to the hen house to cut the goose. But they were very surprised, because the goose that saved them from poverty was gone. The man and his wife looked for it in the whole village, but they couldn't find it. Because of their greed, they lost their goose that laid golden eggs for them every day.